Hi everyone, welcome to Intuitive Talks with your host Adanina, where I intuit, you intuit, we intuit, we all intuit. I just intuited into it and I'm just connecting the dots while also just remembering memory. Everyone, welcome. I can't say welcome enough. Um, I'm going to be doing my seasonal feelings about a particular season, and that's going to be, of course, Aquarius season, which today, if I'm not mistaken, is the last day of Aquarius. Thursday, February 18th, 2021, 1:08 a.m. in the morning. Uh, I was going to I don't know. I know this happens to a lot of people. People try to do things when it's the right time. But, sometimes you just have to seize time, which is kind of like sort of what I'm doing is in the middle of both. It's like, okay, it's the right time, but, I still have to seize time to, do this so that I'm on time, time is running out or whatnot. You understand? Um, excuse me. What do we know? Well, if I wasn't clear, my seasonal feelings recordings is just based on how I feel personally about a particular season, and yeah, how it made me feel during the season, and most of the time I just go off the top of my head, and so a lot of times or sometimes it doesn't really go in a way that I planned, even in my head that is going to go, So I just let it flow through me. You understand? Like, like most of the other seasonal feelings read and the experience videos or experience recordings, that I have with a particular sign as an Aries woman. Anywho, uh, Aquarius sign is the 11th sign of the zodiac. It rules the 11th house. Uh, why did I say it rules the 11th house? Yeah, it is the 11th house. Um, it is ruled by the planet of Saturn and Uranus. If I'm not mistaken, Capricorn also rules. Um, Saturn also rules Capricorn. Is the ruling planet for Capricorn. Um, Aquarius is a masculine sign, is a positive sign, and it is an air element, is an air element sign. It's an air sign. It represents what the motto for Aquarius is I know. So these are just fun tidbits or just tidbits about the sign, and I'm sorry if I'm speaking too fast, but that again is the season. That's the seasonal feel of it. Immediately we get into immediately I got into Aquarius season. I started feeling um to do things fast. I started feeling like you know being fast, and it just came naturally. Like when I wanted to do something, it just had to be fast, and I didn't really have patience. But then I was really really feeling the Leo energies. um Sometimes I have to stop and decipher what energies I'm really feeling, and to be honest, um um the more that I do these recordings and the more that I'm more aware of myself and trying to live as consciously as possible, I understand that, a lot of the times when I am in a particular season, I usually feel the opposite of what that season is. So, what is the opposite of Aquarius? That is the lovely Leo. So, and that is why I felt that, okay, is this Aquarius or is this Leo? But I have to say that when especially during um, the beginning of Aquarius, I was really, really feeling Leo like, and operating as a Leo. As a matter of fact, I have to tell myself to calm down. You understand? Because I'm too much in my ego, and um Aquarius is the opposite. It's not an egotistical sign, but it doesn't mean that they are not egotistical. It doesn't mean that it's all of them that are not egotistical. Of course, it depends on what is on their chart. And also, I just wanted to say, uh, if I'm talking fast or if it seems that I'm just moving fast like a computer, that also is the sign of Aquarius, I believe. It's a fast forward, it's a forward, how do you say it? It's a future oriented sign. That's what I meant to say. It's a future oriented sign. So everything is fast, multitasking, doing things simultaneously, inadvertently, which I believe is the same thing. Uh and yeah, everything is moving fast. No time to go slow. No time to, like, some Nigerian slang, like no time, no darling. Don't go too slow. Don't even go slow. Even if you go on point, you're slow. You gotta be a couple of notches ahead. You understand? So for example, how I felt, you understand, what I'm already explaining during the Aquarius season was, I felt the need to do something fast. And right at the beginning of the Aquarius season, I just made a wig. And usually that wig, usually when I do wigs, it takes a long time. But this time I made this wig, I made it fast. I didn't even care if it was perfect. I just made it fast and it took, I don't know, it was quite creative, but it was fast and it very Leo like. This is around the time of the year, February especially. You understand. Like now that I know myself, around this time, I tend to rock short hair. You understand, but yeah, I tend to rock short hair. I'm not really fond of short hair. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's why usually it's not like I don't like it. Like I said, it has to be a particular season. But since I'm feeling Leo, like when I'm making the those wigs, or when I'm trying to rock short hair, uh, it's more Leo like. So it's like mane plenty everywhere. Sometimes it's just too. it's it's too Leo like even though I love the energy, sometimes it's too much. I'm like, okay, I might need to calm down. But then again, I love it because it's like it makes me, that particular week that I made, you understand, it was fast. So that's how I feel, about it. Doing things fast, you understand? It's very Leo like. Anywho, um well, what did I do? I like to say, like, Leo is a very pure sign. So I was feeling like I was very pure in my actions, even though it seemed like I was quite naive. It was more pure. It was more like, okay, I'm going to do this because I am going to do this, and I am who I am, and I'm going to do this. I will do this. You understand? That's the motto. I will. You understand, of Leo. So I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, I mean, my ego, I'll conquer. You understand? I'll conquer a challenge, and you understand that will make me feel okay. You understand? Because I'm constantly challenging myself. You understand? This is during the Aquarius season. I'll time myself, and this happened like just maybe once or couple of times, I tried to be disciplined with my routine, my rituals that I was doing. Of course, I wasn't disciplined. And that's another thing. Um, this season, through the opposite sign, Leo taught me that I'm not disciplined, and I guess that's what Aquarius is trying to teach me, but they don't really know how to say it. So Leo is very blunt. Leo is very it's a fire sign. It's very, I don't want to say blunt. It's very aggressive. It's very in your face, and I was able to understand that just through my actions alone. And mind you, this is not only during Aquarius season where I feel like I like discipline. I do certain things, especially during the beginning of the month too, so that I move with the tempo of how I'm feeling with that season, because I feel like during the beginning of that season, that is the strongest. That's the strongest download I get on how I need to be acting during that season, and I want to keep that same energy, but usually I don't keep it. Um, However, usually during Pisces season, I think that's a little bit different because I'll be feeling like a Virgo. So that is one of the signs of the disciplinarian, or a very, actually I will just say that it's a very, very disciplined sign. So I don't think I will struggle with that much. But still I need to work on being disciplined. That's the thing. I'm not really a disciplined person, and there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that. But um Aquarius, if I'm not mistaken, is also this sign from research and from experience with, talking to people, or a person who really knows Aquarius, because the person was an Aquarius, person is an Aquarius, will let me know that, well, I just kind of know based on research also. Let me just put it like that in general, that Aquarius, they tend to take their time before they do what they do, and when they do it is really marvelous. They may not, or they piggyback from doing things fast to doing things very, very slow. You understand? But either way, when they come out is really fine to see what they come up with. However, you can miss it because it's not egotistical a lot of times, or sometimes it's not. You understand? So I find out that in order to stand out, they may have to draw energy from the Leos, from the opposite sign. You understand? And that's just how they operate. And I've known a couple of Aquarius. I know this sounds random, but I know a couple of Aquarius women that they're very great cooks. Very great cook, like the one of the best cooks I ever met. I mean, one of the best cooks that I've ever, you, you know, that I've ever experienced. Their type of cooking. And in this Aquarius season, I had to understand that this is a season where you know there's a way people talk. It's like there's a way people talk, and you just have to, you just have to, you just have to know, how to talk to certain people in a certain group. Like, if you're talking to people from the country, there's a certain way that they dialogue. You understand? And that's with different tribes, with different people, different ebonics is being used, or whatever, different ways. Leo is a sign where it wants you. There's a way they talk. Of course, it's a traditional way, but when you really look at it from the Western way of doing things, is it's sign that the way they talk, there's a sense of being proper. This is one of the signs that they're very classy, very proper with how they're speaking. So that is one of the things that I don't want to say I struggled with, but I kind of piggybacked with, okay, speaking like a Leo. And this is, it just came naturally. It's kind of like, okay, I wanted to sound classy. And it's not really wanting to sound classy, but that too is like, I wanted to speak properly. I wanted to address people properly. I wanted to be respectable, to the point where, I just don't want to, I don't even care for the disrespect, and I don't even know if it's Leo or Aquarius, but I just didn't want the disrespect. It's kind of like, as you're trying to disrespect me or harassing me, I'll have to just be, disrespectful. You understand? And it's not even disrespectful. It's kind of like being disrespectful in a respectful way. You understand? Expressing my anger in a respectful way. It doesn't matter if it's disrespectful to you. You understand? And I believe I did it in a way where I drove my point across, and that is what I try not to do. And I feel like it's the Aquarian energy where you don't want to use so much powerful emotion. You understand? But I felt I had to do it, and I felt it was more safe for me to do it through writing. And you could say it's internet gangster, you understand? But I know I had to send a couple of emails where I I had to say exactly how I felt, and I know that if I was face to face with a person now, I could easily say something like that. And if I not okay, not that I would no okay, okay. Not that I could easily say something like that, but I know that during this time, you understand, during the Aquarius season where I'm feeling like a Leo, if I don't say I don't have to say what I need to say, it's going to be a physical fight during this time. You understand? And it's not about me losing or not. It's just that it's going to trigger me to fight. And that is why I guess the way it worked this season, it has been for a couple of months where I'm not, you understand, where I'm limited, you understand, in what I'm doing. And I think it's a blessing in disguise because judging from what happened last year, you understand, you know, I think it's good that I am by myself most of the time, because it's like most of the time during this season, because I like I said, didn't have patience. I don't know if Aquarius is known for patience, but I know that Leo is not necessarily known for patience, even if they may act calm, cool, calm, and collected. Aquarius, I don't think that they're really known for patience, even though they seem like they are patient. They may be calm because I don't want to say that they go through a slow phase. They don't. They go through. Yeah, what I can say is like a hibernation phase where it looks like they're not doing anything. They're calm. You understand? They're calm. You understand? And I don't feel like I should use that for them. You understand? Hibernation or something. They may take their time in doing things. You understand? But when they do it, they get to it. You understand? And or that you could I don't see that they're fast to act like that. I mean, unless if they're operating under the Leo energies, then that may be so. That may be so. Um, would I say that the Aquarius season is very favorable to me? Um, a lot of times I usually struggle with blatantly answering this question. Usually I say it at the beginning. I would say I would say yes. I would say yes. However, I learned hard lessons. However, I learned hard lessons at the same time. It's like it's like one side, me feeling like a Leo princess, and then it's like knocked out of my high horse because it's Aquarius season, or just remembering that okay, my North Node is in Aquarius. You understand? It's like it's like how do you say it? It's like learning how to be more aware of a situation, which is very hard for me, even though I like now, obviously, that this is why I'm doing this video. I mean, this recording, you understand, to be more aware of myself, to really remember how to, you understand, be conscious of myself while I'm doing something. Uh, yeah, Aquarius is just teaching me that to be really conscious of what I'm doing before I do it. You understand? Like I said, feeling like a Leo. That is hard because Leo is a very physical sign. Aquarius is a very mental sign. So, you know, where I'm really feeling aggressive in my energy, even if it's not fighting energy. You understand? I won't say I felt. I won't say I felt a lot of lustful energy. You understand? I won't say that, but it will not be true if I say I didn't feel that at all. You know, I just can say that I didn't feel a lot of that, which uh, Leo is a very lustful sign, but I can say that you know, I guess I attract. Oh no no no, yeah, that part, but you know, I think you know, yeah. Well, that's naturally how I look at it. Anywho, yeah, I can say that. Okay, mind you, I eat a lot anyway on a daily basis, which is not really good. But I'm kind of like an emotional eater. But I noticed that when I got food, you understand, I'll get rich, rich food, get a lot. I'll get more than I need, eat a lot more than I need. You understand? But something about it was very Leo like. I know that I already know what Leo is like. You understand? I grew. I think I've been in a lot of settings where it's just Leo like. You understand that? You know, uh, anyone who is African, a lot of times that African dynamic, a lot of times is either like it's like it is really like a Leo. It's like a Leo dynamic. It's just it's just a Leo dynamic, and anyone who really understands African people and understands astrology will probably understand what I'm saying. It's like a Leo way of doing things. You understand? You know. Anywho, I tried to make sure I get everything. I was able to make 2 weeks. The second week took a little bit more time, but not as much time as I usually spend on wigs. Normally, usually when I make a wig, it takes it takes a long time before I make one masterpiece, you know. And these 2 weeks that I made, I don't want to say that they're masterpieces, but they're wigs that a Leo woman would definitely, or a Leo in general, would definitely feel comfortable wearing all the time. With me, no. With me, no. Especially if when I wear it, and then that is like double ego. You understand? Uh, but thank God thank God I was aware during this Aquarius season that I'm filled with a lot of egotistical energy. You understand? And to be honest, I was able to turn a lot of it into a good thing. Leos, they're also very creative, right? They're known as a creative sign. It also represents the sign of children, and I believe it also represents fertility, if I'm not mistaken, because Leo season is the time of, it's the summertime where there's a lot of fruits, you understand? So I was definitely eating bananas. Like I said, I was very limited, still am. So I don't, I couldn't go anywhere. So once I saw banana, a bunch of bananas, oh, I got it. I got the bananas, whether they were ripe or unripe. You understand? They were unripe, and I still got it. I kept it. Make sure I ate everything. You understand? Make sure I got cashews. You know, it was the way I ate everything. When I get chips, I got chips. When I got sandwiches, you understand, making sandwiches with lots of mayo, with cheese, with onions and black pepper. Doing those things. Usually I would say, okay, I would always want sandwiches, but it's kind of like I brought that vision to life. Sometimes it's you see Aquarius, that's the Aquarius thing. It's like, okay, I want this like this, and they keep. I'm not saying I'm not saying that it's Pisces energy where they're daydreaming about it. It's mental. It's kind of like, okay, I would like to eat sandwich. I want this, and they will, okay, I'm gonna eat the sandwich. I'll buy the sandwich. I make the sandwich. I buy a lot of mayo, sprinkle it. Squirt a lot of mayo on it, or just do more than a dollop of daisy of of mayo. Anyway, yeah, yeah. So back to speaking properly and how I felt during this season of Aquarius. Uh, yeah, I would either left to me, which I was by myself most of the time. When I interact with people, most of my interaction was, of course, online. So when I interact with people, I'm just like, okay, uh, yeah, I try to be as proper as possible. You understand? And sometimes when people talk to me and they were not speaking properly, I just didn't. Sometimes I'll feel like, well, I don't know. I guess I made it a lot about myself because I was feeling like a Leo. But I had to do a lot of things where it's okay, cool. I have to acquiesce to people, you understand, because I know that I am under energies where I have strong opinions. And just in general, when I feel like I get mad and I snap and I say something, whether it's the truth or not, I always have strong repercussions for that. I don't know why. I don't know what it is in my chart that that makes me feel as though that it's hard to express my anger, that I can't express it unless I get like a horrible backlash, or like a horrible back like a really horrible backlash, or like a really horrible embarrassing moment, or like lose a great opportunity. You understand? So it's like, I don't know if it's the south node in Leo, I don't know if it's the Mercury in Aries, I don't know if it's the fact that I'm an Aries and the fact that I'm a Pisces Aries. um I don't know exactly what it is, to be honest. But I found out that I need to be calm. Like I said, even though Leos, you understand, like I was feeling that Leo energy, even though Leos are very quiet, Leos could appear as though they're calm, cool, calm, and collected. Maybe they could be like that in real life, but you understand, the nature of their energy is supposed to be aggressive, which is how I felt. You understand? Sometimes I'll just go to the store, or if I went to the store, I'll ask somebody, "Oh, what time it is? What time is it?" And I didn't really like doing that. No, no, I don't. What I meant is, I don't really do that on a normal basis, because I wouldn't like people to do that to me. When people do that to me, I'm taken aback. Even if I just am nervous and I don't want to be embarrassed by them, I do what they say. I feel like it's inappropriate. You just go up to somebody, "Oh, what is the time? Oh, the way I ask questions." And that's why sometimes when I'm talking to a Leo, even though I love Leos, their kindred spirit, this is especially with women, but even with the men, you understand, the way that they stop, they ask questions, you understand, sometimes it's too aggressive, it almost comes out as, okay, oh, you are my peasant type of talking. You understand? So I was kind of influenced with that. So a lot of times, when I was interacting with people online, sorry, I'm kind of piggybacking from different. What am I even? I'm kind of like going back and forth with different subjects. Kind of simultaneously like going through subjects that I've already talked about, or topics I've already talked about. Anyway, when I was interacting with people online, I noticed that when I want to really explain myself, you understand, I will just say I don't have to over explain myself because I'll give too much emotion, which of course it was hard to suppress because sometimes I was very unsuccessful at it because like I said, Leo is a very pure sign. So they can just go with their emotions and just go with the excitement of things. And I'm an Aries too, and Mercury in Aries too. And then again, then we had a Leo full moon, or is it a Leo new? No, we had Leo new moon, Leo full moon. Then we had Aquarius new moon. You understand? And then again, I have a lot of Aquarius in my chart. So Aquarius moon, Aquarius Mars, Aquarius North Node, Aquarius Venus. You understand? So I think that energy was really good, and it was very favorable for me. But it also, what I can say, it taught me very, very harsh lessons, because at the end of the day, the Aquarius energy, if I'm not mistaken, Aquarius season really, really let me shine in that egotistical energy, which is Leo, and it was very beneficial for me. You understand? I really loved it, but also there was reality, which is the truth, which is like, okay, all right, letting me know when too much is too much. You understand? And it was just a nice balance. And like I said, I'm still learning. I know that when I'm still learning, and I know I'm getting it. I know I will get it, and I know I'm getting better. You understand? So uh what else? Yeah, when I will write to people on internet, I'll say things like, "Okay, cool, okay," so that I don't have to start over explaining myself. And when I did, a lot of times I regret it because it's like I feel like people are not paying attention to me, and that is what a lot of Leos and even Aquarius people, or people in general, how they feel. But particularly Leo people feel like people are not paying attention to them. Even though, in the nature of their energy, we do pay attention to them. Why can't we pay attention to Leos? They how do you say it? I don't want to say they have insatiable desires of needing attention, but yes, they definitely need a lot of attention. Whether Leo man, and they really need it. They need it like positive energy, like me too. You understand? In general, I cannot function. Oh God. And I'm learning the hard way that I have to motivate myself. Is so hard. It's so hard. That's one skill I know that is my weakness. If I'm not happy, I am at my worst state. I cannot perform. I can't even clean. I can't. So if I wake up on like an energy filled deal with nervousness, anxiety, and all that. You understand? So it's like, okay, is it now time to do it? You understand? And I kind of feel like it's Aquarian energy because Leos, they don't really second guess themselves. They don't like to be afraid. They will let you know that they don't want fear. You understand? They don't feel afraid. If you really look at a Leo, they're not afraid. They are really, really the sign of bravery. They are very brave. Um, But now that I'm talking about Leo a lot, and this is Aquarius um season, let me just say the a couple of negative traits, bad traits that I feel about that I felt that I may have given or that other people may have given to me. You understand? Leos, they are known as loyal people, the sign of loyalty. But what's the flip side of that? It is someone who is literally a scar face, somebody who is someone who basically who will betray you. So, you know, can I look at moments where I felt like I betrayed someone? Um, to be honest, in situations where people are testing your loyalty, yes, it could look as though I'd have been, unloyal. I mean, disloyal, you know. But um, how I feel, how I truly feel about that, you understand? And maybe this might be my ego talking, but I'm really, really searching within myself as I'm speaking. How I really felt is I just don't want disrespect. I don't want disrespect, and that's it. That is the Leo for you. A Leo is to be respected. Their egos is to be respected. No matter how bad they are, you just have to pet their ego, and there's no way around it. You understand? And they are wrong. They are wrong. However, still, it's the life that you're living. It's a life force. It's literally a force to be reckoned with. Number one is the king of the jungle, lion, right? Which represents Leo. Lion represents Leo. Uh, Aquarius is the water bearer, which means it's the bringer of knowledge, the bringer of the emotions, but it's more of the bringer. It's like someone who brings truth. You understand? It's the sign of the truth. So, and it's a sword energy, right? So a lot of times it could cut. It could cut. Sometimes it will just give you just a little bit that you need, and people can take it or leave it. You understand and not appreciate it. And yes, you know what, okay, this is what I can accept. I've been in a lot of situations, I mean, even during the Aquarius season, where I feel like I have not appreciated people enough. And you understand, it's not like, a lot of times it's like unknowingly, to be honest, like it's just subconsciously, I'm subconsciously acting in ways where I feel like I'm not respecting an individual. But I don't like to disrespect people, but more of acting unappreciative, you understand. So I can say that that causes people to be disloyal with me, you understand, or cause people to feel like, yeah, I'm just very unappreciative and, selfish. Uh, I'm learning from that. I'm learning. It's just that the way I operate, to be honest, you understand. Like I said, I don't know if I've said this, but I have said this, but I don't know why this really happens. Uh, it's hard for me to do things that I'm not truly motivated to do. But at the same time, it's not really that it's hard for me to do things. It's like it's hard for me to do something if I don't feel if I don't feel positive energy. You understand? I feed off of positive energy. I'm literally a vampire like that. I feed off of positive energy. But that's another thing. I found myself being sucked into like bad drama. You understand? That's also not in physical life. Like I said, I was really, really, you know, uh shielded from that. You understand? It was more so like, being drawn to gossip that I wouldn't like it. A lot of times I had to just I had to just I I had to really control myself, and I have to give myself props because I have to commend myself. I'm not going to lie about that, because there is things that I was drawn to, and getting drawn to like bad drama or bad news, or seeing somebody going through something that is bad and me kind of finding it amusing. That is one of the that is one of the most classless behaviors that I see people exhibit. But I'm starting to feel those type of energies, and it only lets me know that it's because I've experienced a lot of negative situations. But I thank God for this Leo energy, which clears my eyes and lets me know that, okay, purify my heart, purify my thoughts. And it's almost, yeah, it's almost like natural when you're coming from a pure place, and you're just like, okay, yeah, I have no reason to be sad. You understand? But then again, still, as you have that, there's still the flip side. Even when the sun is shining, you can still see your shadow. You understand? So things like that, right? There's still a dark side to the sun, where I was drawn to this particular thing where you know this woman should post great things about marriage and all that. I'm not married, so a lot of times now I'm starting to go through jealousy, and that is horrible. Like I hate to go through jealousy, and this just didn't start now. I started around, it's been happening recently, since like maybe mid of last year. I started going through situations where I felt like I couldn't, I couldn't forgive someone, or I was jealous of someone, and I will really show that. And I hated that because I've gone through the worst and worst experience of people, you know, people being jealous of me, women in particular, you understand, and demonstrating it on me. And I could not understand why they would feel like that, especially when what they were jealous of, I was not coming there to, you understand, to make them feel threatened, but they naturally will be threatened, you know by me. So for me to have that same type of way, you understand it, I try to make light of it, but it's just, I know it's an ugly trait and I don't like it. You understand? And a lot of times men glorify this. They like to see a woman who is jealous and a woman who is aggressive and fight for them. I just know that it's not. And I learned the hard way that it's not a good idea, a great idea to fight for a man. It should be the other way around. You understand? I learned the hardest way. I learned the hardest way. First of all, fighting, period. You understand? Unless if it's a cause that you're fighting for, you understand that you're passionate about, there's no reason. There's no reason to just fight and hurt somebody, fight and kill somebody. But but Leo will make you feel this energy. You understand? So that is, I guess, yeah. And that is why I'm glad I was able to marry being angry with just marry my emotions of anger and hurt, and expressing it in in an I yeah, I can say it's almost Aquarian like, but in a Leo way, where I don't have to fight, but I want you to really feel the cut. You understand? And I know it's kind of like I want you to feel my heart and know that I am hitting you, that I'm hitting you right now. You understand? And it worked. And even if it didn't work, I know it worked because you understand, like some disrespect. Sometimes you can fight people only so much. If someone doesn't respect you, there's nothing you can do about it. But there's something you can say about it. There's something you can say through the internet. I mean, it has happened to me too, where somebody said something to me for me just talking anyhow or being reckless, and I felt the cut. So if I give somebody, if I give somebody, you understand, just a hit of my emotions, they have to feel it. And that's the Leo that I have for you in Aquarius season, you know so and I'm sure they'll feel it, and hopefully, like, they never ever get to cross me. You understand? And I thank God for that Leo energy, because any other season, usually I won't really know what to do, or I'll do it in a way where I'm not proud of it. But this time, I don't want to say I'm not, I don't want to say I'm proud of it per se. It's just that, yes, I'm glad I have that energy where I can actually express you know how I feel, and hit the points, you understand, and really be myself, whether it's whether I don't want to say yeah, whether it's ugly or not, you understand, while still being tamed. you know like a tamed lion, you understand, you know so um the lioness energy also worked well with also redeeming myself in conversation, where I will be very good with conversation. Um, and I think that was me using, yeah, I really used the Aquarius season to express, you know, Leo very well. You understand? Um, yeah, I used the Aquarius season to express the Leo sign, and show like the Leo heart. I believe. I believe. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, to be honest. I'm really okay with that. Uh mm, it doesn't mean that this energies that I feel, whether Aquarian or not. Uh oh yeah, I did a lot of lovely things. A lot. I can't just say lovely things. That's not really African. I am African, but I did a lot of wonderful things. A lot of hardworking things. Oh God, that's not the wrong grammar. Anyway, I did a lot of spectacular things during this season. I just knowing your roots is the best thing ever. You understand? And just knowing, part of where I come from is that is like, to be honest, all you need, just knowing the roots. Just when you know your roots, you understand. And somebody tries to make your life difficult, or you think your life is difficult, and you just know something that and you're able to put in the work, you understand, and use what you know to just make your life easy, and just turn something basic into something that is very workable for you. You understand? That is so Aquarius and Leo working together, in perfect unison. So I hope everyone understood what I'm saying. If not, everything is okay. Uh I may not saying it. I may not be saying it the best way. Mm, so basically, what I was saying in a nutshell is that I'm so glad to be African. I'm so glad to be American. I'm so glad to be an African American. It's just that I'm so glad to know what I know. You understand? And I'm glad I have such great memory. And from time to time, I look at my chart. And when I read details of it, you understand, I'm happy when I see certain things. Of course there's some afflictions or whatever, and I don't want to say I'm a natural a natal chart guru. I'm not. I listen to the gurus all the time. um I listen to them do, natal chart breakdowns and all that, but also, I'm into astrology, so I look up things. I would like to say I'm more of a lot of just intuitive, and I think I I I like to think of myself as clairaudient, but I feel like I've not yet developed. Is okay, yeah, is developing, is developing. You understand? But I've always had that clairaudient gift because I'm an auditory learner. Once I hear something, I know. I've tried to doubt myself a lot, but once I hear, I know. Once I just know. I just know. You understand? So auditory learning, like the way you say it, how you say it, what you're saying, I just know I can break it down. I'm there 1,000%, but I still need to develop it, with what I hear, because a lot of times when I get what I hear, you understand, I lose it immediately because I'm like, yes, I heard it. You understand that excitement, and it's like, okay, I can't focus. So I don't want to say I'm clear cognizant. I think I am clear cognizant. Uh, but I was trying to say before I just, delved into myself more. I'm trying to say I'm more very intuitive when using the tarot cards, you understand, and all that. You understand, compared to gurus, spiritual teachers who they have their own gifts, and they have what they know what they know. You understand? So, well, I'm just saying that to say uh, I don't feel like I'm a guru in natal charts reading. You understand, but yes, based on based on listening to the gurus, and based on my experience with myself, and based on experience with other people, and also knowing a couple of those people's charts, you understand, I'm able. I guess I don't even look too deep into other people's chart. I just want to see, okay, is your moon in Aquarius? Okay, okay. So it's very basic for me. I'm like, okay, all right, that's a square to this one. Yeah, and I don't even look that deep into it. You understand? So I listen to people who look that deep into it and who they know it. You understand? I look deep into mine because it pertains to me. I'm trying to learn for myself because that's another thing I try to teach people. And that's another thing. I feel like Aquarius is a teacher. Is a teacher, but it's not. But Leos, they are a leader, right? So Aquarius, they will teach you, but you have to use your intuition, and you have to use your mental energy, and you cannot waste their energy when they're trying to teach you. And that's also what I had to learn. I was like, I can't waste my energy. If I don't want to talk, the people know me like this. I piggyback from talking too much to not talking at all. You understand? And I've kind of accepted myself like that. You understand? Even though sometimes, I like, oh, I wish I can be cool, calm, collected like a Taurus or an Earth sign. I'm not like that. I don't have to be like that. Even a lot of people that I've met of those Earth signs, they are not cool, calm, and collected, and that's how I know they're not in their element, or they too calm and collected, and that is, that's the mastermind of evil. People being very cool. You understand? They're just a mastermind. So, you know, I've come to accept myself the way I am, even though, I'm still accepting myself. I can't lie, I don't need to lie and say I've fully accepted myself. I'm coming to accept myself. I've come to accept myself the way I am. A lot of times I don't want to waste my energy, and then it looks like I end up wasting my energy. That's the Aquarius for you. It's like they don't want to waste their energy. Leos, they have a lot of energy, but they don't really have a lot of energy because you understand they need to ride off of someone. So all those big energies is just their ego. It's the ego that keeps people riding, and you have to find within yourself where you don't have to use ego, or you use that ego to do something productive, not in a way where it's going to perk up your ego, but it would just, you know, make you satisfied in a basic way, and it doesn't have to be showy. You understand? So, and that's what I did. And that's why I said I did a lot of spectacular things, even if it was just one thing that was very spectacular. You understand? Saying, okay, I know this all this while and I'm worried about, something, when I could just do this and I'll be fairly okay. I'll be okay. And that will make me more skilled at what I do, and that will make me more efficient to myself. You understand? And that will make me conserve things. You understand? Conserve money, conserve my energy. You understand? And it make me even more. It will make me to remember more things that I know how to do that I think that I don't know how to do. You understand? So yeah, I think that is it for the Aquarius season. I don't think I need to do part two. I don't want to keep on using a lot of empty fillers. I feel like I've done a great job with expressing how I feel about the Aquarius season. I hope you enjoyed the Aquarius season, and I can't wait to go into Pisces season, even though. Anyway, it's been real. Aquarius season went fast as it's supposed to, and yeah, we're ready for the next season, and that's why I'm doing this recording. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning into Intuitive Talks. I'm your host, Adanina. I just connected the dots while also remembered memory, and I intuited into it, and you intuited into it, and we all just intuited into it. Take care, everyone, and have a nice Aquarius ending, end of season, and happy Pisces season in advance, people. Take care.